Kennedy was moving the country in a new direction. And people understood that, and especially in the last year of his presidency, after the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy was doing something new in American politics. He wasn't very explicit about it, because he couldn't announce it, but he really was moving towards peace. He settled the Cuban Missile Crisis on a peaceful basis, against the advice of virtually all of his military advisors, who favored war. He made a speech at American University in June 1963 in which he talked about a strategy for peace. And he said, you know, we are all mortal, that the American people and the Russian people had a lot in common despite the differences of their system. And it was a view that would come to be embraced by the US government, you know, many years later when we had détente with the Soviet Union. So Kennedy was ahead of his time, and his death seemed to cut off that possibility. And President Johnson reverted to a much more traditional conception of American power. And so that sense of what was lost is part of why we hang on to the memory so tenaciously.